Awesome. Kia ora guys, and welcome along to our New Zealand lifestyle event. My name's Jo, and yes, I am in my dressing gown. As the beauty of this business is that we get to work from home wherever we want, whenever we want. Tonight you might have been invited along by somebody who thought this could be a great opportunity for you to up-level your health, or maybe create an extra income, or you might be watching this recording. So you're going to hear stories from all women from all life tonight, from all around New Zealand. So, and at the end, if you have any questions, obviously reach out to the person who sent you this recording or invited you along tonight. So as I said, my name is Jo. I live in Christchurch. I'm a single mum of 4 kids, and I've been a part of this community for 5 years now. I came across it initially through our products and program, which Tance is going to tell you about in a few moments. I was sick of my kids being sick. If you're a parent, I'm sure you can relate to this, or in your own health, you just got to a point where you're just like, stuff, I've tried everything, let's give it a go. And we had some amazing results on the products and program. And for me, I wasn't looking for a business. I wasn't looking to a way to create an income. I suppose I'm very lucky that I could say I had a husband who worked in the mine, so I was very financially stable. But I did work part-time as a beauty therapist and had 3 kids at the time, really just to keep up my skills, but also to have that little bit of, extra income. So I didn't forget that mum guilt when I wanted to go buy things for myself or do things for myself. But I really love the products and program, and I don't know about you guys, but I love recommendations from friends and family rather than just Googling stuff. So I thought, well, if I can get my products a little bit cheaper, why not? So I did this super part-time, I'm saying super part-time, for 3 years around my 3 kids, a shift with a husband, and a part-time job. And I got my products a bit cheaper. It paid for some holidays away, little, extras that we probably wouldn't have done, just having that extra income. And then to give you guys a bit of insight of what this possibly can be. So about 18 months ago, I went through a marriage separation and we were living in Outback Australia. I had to move from Outback Australia to New Zealand with 4 kids on my own 5 weeks before lockdown. And I suppose I really realized what I had created from this little side income, side hustle on the side over 3 years. I had created a residual income. So the income actually supported me and my kids in terms of 10 weeks in Brisbane at my sister's house, getting passports and plane tickets. I don't know if you guys know, but that costs a lot of money for 5 people. And then getting back to New Zealand and then getting back here, and then it was lockdown and I couldn't get a job. And no government help straight away either. So I really realized what I had created. It had created this income that was paying me, even though I had taken 6 months off from this business because I wasn't mentally able to work on it. So just showed me what was possible. And since then, obviously, I've lived in New Zealand for over a year now, and I do this full time. And I do, so when I say full time, I mean probably like 2 to 3 hours a day throughout the day. It's school holidays, so it's perfect. I can be home with my children. I get to go do all the fun stuff, go to sports. I never get to miss out on those special moments. And for me, honestly, even if I wanted to go get a job, it's too hard around 4 children being a single parent. And I'm just so glad I said yes to this. So income, the health benefits are amazing, but also the community of women you're going to hear from tonight, and men, we have men as well, but also the personal growth I've had in this business has been really amazing too. The personal development we're exposed to, and I definitely wasn't this person 5 years ago. I was very shy and not confident. So stay tuned for some awesome stories tonight, and I'll be talking to you guys a little bit later. I'm going to pass it over to Tans, who's going to share about our products and program with you.
Thank you so much, Jo. Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya. And yeah, I'm absolutely in love with our program and our products. It's been a part of my life now for nearly 4 years, and it's been the best 4 years of my life, because when I think about this, when I first came into this, I had been really unwell for about 4 years. I had been diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, and so I had a lot of chronic pain. I had a lot of other symptoms going on as well, like I had massive exhaustion. Nana naps were pretty normal for me. I had, my hair was falling out in handfuls. I had rashes all over my skin, like dermatitis type rashes. I was constantly sick, so I was always at the doctor. I was always on antibiotics. So UTIs and thrush were pretty normal for me. And I just seemed to pick up everything. I had gut issues, I had headaches, I had, you name it, I had a whole lot of stuff going on. And I vowed and declared that I was going to heal myself. And so I tried everything to heal myself. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I spent probably about $10,000 on my health over a 4-year period. And a lot of that was using supplements, which were absolutely doing nothing for me. And so when I watched a friend of mine who was pretty unwell herself, I saw her get better after a month. The doctors had been scratching their heads wondering what was wrong with her, and she started getting better. And I thought, whoa, this could totally work for me if it's working for her. And so I started straight away. Within just a few days, I started feeling better. My hair started growing back, the chronic pain started going away. I even had pain in my hands and my joints. And I even found that has gone now. I just don't have that anymore. So for me, the fact that, and here we get on to our amazing products, which is pretty much, it's Juice Plus. So we partner with Juice Plus. It is fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule. So essentially, when you are flooding your body with micronutrients from fruits, veggies, and berries, you are giving your body exactly what it needs, exactly what it knows what to do with. Your body understands food. It doesn't understand synthetic vitamins and minerals. Those are fractured. Like, we're giving them a tiny, you might get 15, 20 at the most vitamins or minerals inside like a multivitamin. And it's usually synthetic. Your body does not recognize it. That is why we're kind of peeing out this bright yellow disco wheat. At the end of the day, you're flooding your body with 33 fruits, veggies, and berries. We're talking thousands and thousands of phytonutrients every day that your body is absorbing into its bloodstream. Within 7 minutes, it takes it to exactly where your body needs it to be. So this is supporting every system of your body. We are the most researched product in the world as well. So we have so many studies that actually says that this is absorbed into the body, and it does great things in the body when it's absorbed. It even helps to change DNA. It helps to improve lung function. It increases your immune function. It reduces inflammation. It's incredible what just fruit and veggies can do to our bodies. It's just nature's medicine, right? So if we didn't know how wonderful it was, we know how wonderful it is right now. And so this is all this did for me when I first started. And then what I did was I introduced the beautiful omegas into my body. Now, these are all plant-based. I was using fish oils. And for anyone who's been using fish oils will know that fish does not naturally omega-3 does not naturally come from fish. The fish has to eat the algae to get the omega-3. So when we are heating, because the only way we can get it out of the fish is through heat and chemical processes, when we are heating the fish to get it out of it, by the time it goes into our body, it's highly toxic. And most of the time it's not efficient. So it does not work in your body the way it's supposed to. 4 years taking fish oils did nothing for me. I started taking these because these are cold pressed. There's no processes. The only processes is a cold pressed process. That's it. And it's taken straight from plants. We get the clean source of algae that we grow in a clean environment. We don't take it from the sea, so we're not taking the fish as food. And we've also got another 5 plant seed sources in here as well. And this is a blend of 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3, 6, 5, 7, and 9. And this, so it gives you everything that your body needs. And oh my goodness, this has been absolutely incredible for my health journey. It's been really beautiful. Now, one thing that I just want to mention here, when we get our 3 fruits, veggies, and berries, we can sponsor a child for free to receive our yummy gummies. These are our fruit and veggie gummies. These are exactly the same as what's in our capsules. There's just a bit of tapioca in there to make them palatable for kids. And these are so delicious and so easy to use to eat. I actually keep them on my desk, and I regularly have to buy more because they're my little sweet treats that I really love to have. So how many companies will actually give away free product for a child? the reason why they do this is because they want to actually support healthy eating in children going forward into our future generations, which is so good, right? They've been doing this for years and years and years. It's such an incredible study. Now, the other thing that we have our omegas, we have our micronutrients, and we also have our macronutrients. And these are our beautiful protein powders. And I love these. Now, I am not a protein powder girl. I know when I first saw these, I thought, I'm not drinking my food. I don't like drinking my food. I want to eat my food. But I tell you what, these are amazing. I have so changed my tune. Great shakes, so great smoothie bases. And these are amazing for traveling. I'm a big traveler and I love taking these with me wherever I go. 2 delicious flavors of Dutch chocolate and French vanilla, and they are packed full of superfoods, plant extracts, pre and probiotics, and they've also got niacin and B vitamins for great mood enhancing. They've got things in there that you wouldn't eat, like amaranth and yucca and spirulina and things like that, things that you just wouldn't normally put on your dinner plate. So these are really powerful superfoods. I love them. And then what do you get? So alongside any of our products that you purchase, you have lifetime access to our beautiful Healthy Lifestyle program, our Vitality Hub, which is incredible. It's all online. It gives you so many resources. You get lots of recipes. You get meal guides and shopping lists and exercise plans. You get access to webinars for professionals in that field. You also get mindfulness and gratitude and all sorts of things like that. So you get a lot of value. And of course, you're getting lifetime access as well. So it's not just now. So even if you no longer want to use our products, you still have access to our program, which is fantastic. And it's all family friendly, which is another thing I loved. When I first started, I had kids that were younger and were using the program. We were using the program all the time. And I don't know about you, but teenagers love junk food and they absolutely love the recipes in this program. So, and now I'm going to pass you on to the gorgeous Tammy, and she's going to share how much she loves the program.
Hello, thank you, Tanya. It's a good share. I love what our little yummy products do, and I love that we give away the gummies to all the kids. It totally just solidifies how awesome this company is for me. So I wanted to share a little bit really about the health effects of how this journey's been for me and my family. And so yeah, my story really, I'm going to try and really compact it down. Started when I saw my sister try and get on the products and I just wasn't really sure about them. So I went along to ask a lot of questions. I actually went along to kind of diss it, and I walked away with the products and the business. That was nearly 3 years ago. So what I've seen in that time was my beautiful sister had severe allergies, and I saw like she was literally walking around the house with toilet paper up her nose all the time, vacuuming a couple of times a day. Allergies went really, really quickly, and they'd been a really long time for her. So I thought I'd take these products in the program and everything home for my daughter, who was struggling with a really long history of low weight, a lot of allergies and gut problems, and we were really struggling with her chronic fatigue and things like that. So I felt pretty healthy myself, but looking back, this has done a lot for me. I think I'm getting younger, but my daughter was the biggest thing for me. She was sleeping nearly 20 hours a day. She was not capable of holding down a job or anything really. Study, she tried to go and do all those things and just kept failing. And it was setting her up to feel really stink about herself. So we needed to really lift a lot of things, her mood, her weight, her energy, work on the gut. And so for me, this was a little bit of an experiment to really put it all to the test and just see what happened in a case where we've been literally in the doctors for close to 10 years with her. So yeah, what really what I can say is after about approximately 4 months on the products, I saw a dramatic change. And the reason that I wanted to check after 4 months is because that's like the cycle of how long it takes for all the cells in the body to repair. So I wasn't expecting a lot in a hurry. I know that for every year of sickness, you need to give at least a month of healing. So I was prepared to give this quite a long time. But I was really, really excited one day. I came into the kitchen and I actually found my daughter up. Hazel's actually one of our team now. I gifted this her for her 21st. But anyway, I got up and I found her up in the kitchen looking through one of our programs and creating food. And this was major for us, you know. She actually didn't have enough energy to even think about making food in the past. So to find her actively up and making something was pretty damn exciting. Within 6 months on the product, we had her out of the doctor's visits. I like to say product and program because it was actually a combination of everything. She followed the recipes. She followed a lot of the mindfulness and everything as well. But we had weekly doctor's visits and weekly weigh-ins. She got cleared of them and she was allowed to report monthly. Now she's not really going to the doctors at all. She also had to go to mental health meetings and check-ins and counseling, and there was just a whole cluster of meetings that she had to go to that were actually making her feel more fatigued. So yeah, within 6 months we were clearable. We were given a clear bill, and she gained enough weight for us and the doctors to feel really comfortable that she was actually going to keep maintaining. And so one thing I found from all of this was that whether it's gaining, losing, maintaining, whatever it is your health needs, this just helped balance the body out so that it could correctly heal itself in the right way as well. So my story is really long, but that's really all I have time for tonight. So I'm going to just thank you all for listening and pass you back to Jo. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Tammy. I love that. My daughter had a lot of food allergies too, and the products program changed our lives. So I can relate to that. It's really cool. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit, guys, and talk a little bit more about this business opportunity, which I spoke about in the beginning. Probably a little bit more around the misconceptions. So obviously we have this amazing product and program, and behind that is an opportunity to create an income by sharing these products and program. A lot of misconceptions around a business like this is that I know a lot of people, for me, when I first came into this, I was like, I don't know enough people. I don't have enough friends. No one's going to buy the products. No one's going to want to join this team. Like, I know that's a lot of things. After doing 5 years, I feel like I've probably heard all of those things. For me, when I first started this, I just moved to a small mining town in outback Australia. So I seriously knew nobody. But the beauty of this being online is that I knew people back home here in New Zealand. I knew people I had grown up with who had traveled overseas. So I wasn't actually limited to where I live, where I was living. And most of my customers and team were actually from overseas or in New Zealand, and I did have some local ones as well. So I didn't have to know a lot of people. I had some really amazing results on the products and program, like some of the girls have shared tonight, and I just started sharing that authentically on Facebook and just talking to people like, hey, my kids aren't sick anymore. And I was like, who else do I know that doesn't want sick kids? There's plenty of mums out there. So it was just really sharing that authentically. Another thing was, I'm not a business person. I was a beauty therapist. I really hated the sales part of my job. When I got to the end of having a client and going, I've got to sell them a product and I don't want to be like pushy or anything like that. And with this business, I've never felt like I've like sold to anyone or being like salesy. It's just haven't felt like that. The cool thing about this is it doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a student, stay-at-home mum, what your background is. We all start at the same point. We all have the same amount of opportunity. We have personal mentors. We have Zoom trainings weekly, which you can plug into. We have a step-by-step system, which literally shows you every step of the way how to do this. So that's what I mean. You don't have to have that background at all. I show you how to use social media. I know there's one of the girls in our team who didn't even know how to put up a Facebook post, and now she's totally killing it. So the cool thing is if you're teachable, and are willing to learn and put a little time in every day, anybody can be successful at this business, which is awesome. And the last thing was, it's everyone thinks owning a business is really, and I love, I'm just doing the quote hands tonight, is that it's so expensive. And I know there's some of the girls on here have owned businesses. I had a mobile beauty business, and buying all the setup and everything was so expensive. Probably not compared to like if you're going and buying a franchise of, let's say, a coffee shop or a McDonald's or something, which are hundreds of thousands of dollars. This business is $172.50 a year. Now I figured that was pretty cheap to start a business where all the tools were given to me on how to do this. And really the only way I'm failing is by not doing anything. So when I thought at the end of the day, look, if I get healthier, happier, and I've spent $172, I think it's totally worth it. So that's just some of the misconceptions I know around a business like this can be. Obviously, there's lots more out there. So if you have got questions around things like that, definitely reach out to the person who invited you. I'm going to pass over to Bridget, who gets to talk about the fun stuff, which is how we get paid.
Hey, thanks, Jo. So yeah, I'm Bridget. And yeah, tonight I'm going to share a little bit with you guys all about how we get paid. But first, I'll tell you a little bit about my story and how I kind of came into this. I came across the program and the products first, and that would have been about 3.5 years ago. Yeah, 3.5 years ago. And to say that products and the program changed my life would be an understatement. I just have so much more energy. My skin has completely cleared up. I had really bad hormonal problems. They've all regulated. I don't get migraines anymore. I don't get period pains. Those are just a few of the things that the product has helped me with. So I just found that I was recommending the product to everybody. And when the opportunity to look at the business side came up, then it just totally made sense. At the time, I was a traditional business owner. I had a really successful catering company. And when I first looked into becoming a partner of Juice Plus, what grabbed my attention is just like what Jo just said before, is that the yearly partner fee was only $172.50. And I thought, well, what have I got to lose, really? So after I started looking into it, another thing that I loved was the ability that we get paid more than one way. So obviously, owning your own business with a catering company, I could just earn profit off my weddings or my events, but that was it. I was limited to the hours that I worked. I could had to deal with staff and orders and bills and all those things. So with Juice Plus, we can get paid 3 different ways. So the first way is retail sales profit, which is pretty simple, really. It's the commission for each product that we sell. But the best part of that is that we don't have to hold any stock or ship any products. The company does all that hard work for us. So we just need to connect the customer with the company. The second way that we get paid is bonuses. So I'm not sure about you, but I can't remember the last time I got a bonus, and I definitely didn't pay myself a bonus when I had my catering company. Our bonuses range from $150 when you're first starting out and can go up to around $30,000. So it's pretty nice bonus. And the third way we get paid is what we call the beach money. So this is our residual income. And the best way to explain this is think of this business as like a teaching business. If you're teaching others, the company's rewarding you for this. And so they're paying you an extra commission on everything that goes through your business. So once I understood this, I realized that I could pretty much make money in my sleep, and I was not restricted to the hours that I work, like with a normal job, like I was with my catering company. So if I think about it now, looking back, I'm super grateful that I said, what if, like now I've been able to sell my catering company, which is amazing. I have a 12-week-old Bubba, and he was born with pretty bad reflux. So I spent the first 8 weeks with zero sleep, and I definitely couldn't have kept going with my catering company at that time. So Juice Plus just kept ticking along without me. It's settled down a little bit now, so I'm back into it and able to work some hours when I can and when I want, and totally around my family. So yeah, I hope that explains a little bit for you, and I think I'll pass you back to Jo.
Awesome. Thanks, Bridget. Thanks for everyone's shares tonight. And if you've come away with this, like this is just an overview of what we do. We have some really cool preview groups and things that we can add you to if you want some more information around the products or the program or the business opportunity. My best advice is get your questions answered. When I came across this, like I had hundreds of questions. Like I honestly had no idea that online businesses like really worked, or what were they. So I say go and get your questions answered. And like Bridget said, what if, like for me, if I had said no to this 5 years ago, there's no way that I'd be able to stay home with my kids now full time. And just the opportunities I've been able to access through this company has been a life changer. So thanks everyone for sharing tonight. You know, use the recording, pass it on, and we're here every week if you want to invite anybody for next week. Thank you, girls.